Got to show you one of my favorite post-apocalyptic Road Warrior kind of knockoffs. Yeah, but a genre I really like. It's 2020 Texas Gladiators. It's one of my favorite movies of its ilk, and it's really gnarly. It's directed by Joe DiMatteo. I like to say Joe D'Amato because that's like it sounds more like a palooka, and that's actually kind of what the guy was. Real man of the people B movie sleaze director. Directed a lot of like soft core movies they used to show on Cinemax in the '80s, like those Laura Gimser, Emmanuel films. I always love those movies because they have this uh, weird. They had this like bizarre eroticism that seemed like coming from just some other planet, and like the kind of dubbing where the guy's wrecking his plane, like the controls they won't respond, and it was like that, really cool. I've seen a lot of his movies. I've even saw one of his last ones, but I forgot the name of. It's like some thriller he did. Very, very English as a second language sleaze. Uh, Really, really gnarly, grotesque, grotesque movies. And then what's cool about 2020 Texas Gladiators is it has trace elements of that. The movie kind of starts with the heroes who have this kind of like good guys gang who like they go around and like kill scumbags. They bust in on some like dirty, dirt covered people like molesting nuns and like crucifying a priest, and then they just shoot him, and it's like, yeah, it's like real grungy stuff, and then like later on, there's some like a lot of like there's even some kind of like deliverance stuff going on with these like marauding scumbags, and they're like Nazi soldiers who have these like shields that can like deflect bullets, and it's one of those movies where like the Blu-ray makes it look great. You really probably have not ever really been able to fully watch this film, but in years because of like cruddy TV showings, like Joe Bob Briggs on Monster Vision, being like, this movie don't make no sense. They got monsters in Texas. That's unrealistic. Yeah, I know, dude. It's it's an Italian fantasy of like what Texas, what post-apocalyptic Texas would be like, and it's cool. It's like, no, it don't make no sense. These Italians, they don't know what to... It's like, dude, calm down. Like, I hate it when Joe Bob Briggs gets like that. I like Joe Bob Briggs, by the way, but when he gets like that, my friend calls him Rural Ebert. Like, oh, this don't make no sense. This Lucio Fulci movie is like a dream. I don't understand it. It's like, just calm down. But yeah, this is really great. Pure entertainment with like a lot of like, was it Sabrina Ciani and like Al Cliver and just dudes from those movies, from like the other, Italian exploitation movies at the time, and it's always cool to see them, and so yeah, I don't really have that much to say. I guess I could go into like the plot, but I don't really have that much to say about it other than it's just a fun ride. And okay, it's kind of cool because like the story actually does not just pay off on a thing. It's not just a situation where it kind of pays off the situation. It like actually kind of winds a little bit. Like, one guy leaves the gang and goes off and does this, and then this happens, and then they got to get the other gang members, and it's like, yeah, it's like a story. They actually have a story, and the editing, in its cleaned up form, you can really appreciate that the certain kind of energy went into the editing, to make it a little more, a little punchier. Which you really couldn't appreciate in its cruddy version because it just seemed you're just watching like cruddy like film, and so like, but yeah, cool, pretty cool action scenes, and like stuff that don't make no sense. I don't understand how their shields can deflect bullets and stuff. Well, it's like, I don't know. It's just that's you gotta just go with it, dude. Just gotta go with it. It don't make no sense. Okay, all right.